A few thoughts now as we enter the final stretch of this presidential campaign. About 17 months ago, Hillary Clinton entered the race. 15 months ago, Donald Trump announced his candidacy. So now we're 2 months away from the election, and some Americans voting even sooner. Early voting kicking off September 23rd in Minnesota and South Dakota. Donald Trump today focused on winning swing state voters, holding events in Virginia and North Carolina, while Clinton was in Florida. Trump outworking Clinton by a big margin. The Republican nominee held some 37 rallies last month. Trump had 37 rallies. Hillary, she held only a third of that. 13 for her. Mrs. Clinton appears to be unable to keep up with Trump's torrid pace on the campaign trail. Trump is outworking her in every aspect of this campaign. He did the same thing in the primary. He outworked every one of those candidates. Hillary is no longer ignoring the press, you may have noticed, taking questions for a second straight day from some journalists now traveling with her on her big new plane. And they ask questions like, how was your Labor Day weekend? Wow, tough stuff. And she's taking those questions after 275 days of no press conferences at all. And she did so, it is obvious, because she's slipping in the polls. And in the latest national poll, Trump holds a 2-point lead over Mrs. Clinton in what is a four-way race, after all. According to CNN ORC's poll, Clinton last month, by the way, held an 8-point advantage. It's quite a reversal of fortune. And the Real Clear Politic average shows Clinton's lead in the polls shrinking to under 3%. I believe Trump in the coming weeks is poised to gain in the polls as the release of thousands of documents looms large over Clinton's candidacy. Federal judges have ordered the release of newly recovered Benghazi emails. All of Secretary Clinton's calendars will be released now, and Mrs. Clinton also ordered to provide written answers about her use of a private server in a lawsuit brought by Judicial Watch, doing the work of what should be government investigators. In other words, Clinton's efforts to run out the clock to avoid the press altogether has simply failed her. And by Election Day, voters will know far more about Hillary Clinton, the Clinton cartel, and her corruption scandals than she and the Democrats thought possible just a few months ago. Our quotation of the evening, this one from James Madison, who said, quote, "It is only when the people become ignorant and corrupt, when they degenerate into a populace, that they are incapable of exercising their sovereignty." This will not be such a time. We're coming right back.